Hello, anyone who's watching. This is a session of 4-0 on 888. I'm just a microstakes grinder, nothing else. Just trying to learn poker and seeing if anyone can be bothered to watch a video of me. So obviously ace 3, even against a guy that's so short, I'm not going to bother defending here. 10 to win 20 out position. Queen 9, not going to open that. I'm not going to call this from the big blind, nor this kind of really weird looking 3-bet from the short stack small blind. So I play on 888 because I think it's the best site for fishes. I think I used to play on PokerStars, but I'm losing player here probably, but I was a worse loser. That's an interesting hand here. But I was a worse loser at PokerStars because I think the games are tougher. So I came over to 888 and started taking it seriously. As you might have noticed from I've got Poker Tracker 4. So I'm in try hard mode for microstakes. And would obviously really appreciate it if anyone could be bothered to watch any of me playing. And even if they can't, just the thought that someone might is enough for me to... This is interesting. I could limp here with 7-6, try and play it in a multi-way. I'm actually not going to though, because probably should have. If I think it's too likely that we get a squeeze, especially when this guy's VPIP is 25. So perhaps should have limped there, or maybe even raised. But I don't really like raising because I don't want to play a massive pot against guys that aren't particularly deep. Even if I am going to be out, even if I am going to be in position. Because obviously these guys will call if you don't play on AA. If I re-raise there to like 19 cent, we're getting a call out of under the gun, and we're also getting a call out of middle position here. Obviously raising a king on the button. This guy's got a VP. Oh, it's only across 5 hands. This purple number that you almost certainly cannot see because my XSplit is terrible. Well, I haven't got the full version of XSplit. Is the number of hands I've got. So some people, like here, I've got 604 hands on this guy here, which obviously isn't much long term, but you know, at microstakes I think it's just about enough. Here, Queen 9 suited, could probably raise from the cutoff. It's borderline, but I'm just a little bit weary. I'm just going to find a fold, just about, because I think that it's too likely that I see a re-raise. I don't want to see a re-raise, obviously. People on microstakes... Ooh, 10 king button. People on microstakes will, if they suspect even the slightest thing, they will they will pull the trigger on their re-raises. So I'm trying to be more of a nit because I play too loose. I've been using the leak finder thing on Poker Tracker 4, and it's saying that I'm too loose in all positions, so I'm trying to cut down on what I would otherwise be raising, that being one of the hands. King 10, I'm going to raise to 15 here, which obviously if this guy folded would have just raised to 12. But with a limper in, I'm going to raise to 15 and take it down, which is nice, obviously. Kind of annoying here with 2 guys sitting out. I like to play full ring, especially when I'm playing 4 tables. If the table gets down to like 6 max, then I'm not fast enough to keep up, unfortunately. King Queen, definitely going to be raising that from here, from the hijack. Don't see any action. Just checking 6-8. Decent hand in this kind of situation. Obviously not, because it can flop quite reasonably well multi-way. Wow, I get re-raised. I'm going to be in position 26 to win 52. It's an interesting spot because if I don't hit, he's not, the fact that he's so undeep makes me think I can just about continue here because I'm in position. If I was out of position, obviously I'm folding. Wow. Oh my god. Does he just have the ace? think I'm just going to fold this one. Wow, it's got such an insane combo draw. Oh my god. I don't really know what to do in this spot. I know what to do in this spot though, and that's re-raise to 17. Oh my god, such a weird spot. I mean, we can't be much worse than... We've got 2 overcards. Does this guy just have aces? If he has aces, what should I do? Fold? No, I'm surely getting the right price even if he's got aces. No, I'm not getting the right price in space. Oh. I'm going to call. Oh my god, he does have aces. We do hit the straight though. I mean, we put him on aces. I probably made a mistake that hand. I mean, that's definitely a hand that I'm going to be. That's definitely a hand that I'm going to be. Let's just concentrate up here briefly. Not much to see here. That's definitely a hand I'm going to be timestamping in the description. That was a really tough hand there, actually. I'm sure I probably should have folded. Because if he's got aces, there's a very good chance he's got the ace of clubs, and if he's got the ace of clubs, then we're definitely making a mistake. I'm just going to check this one. Hopefully he checks back, and we have the best hand, but it's unlikely. If he fires, I'm going to fold. He could just have Queen 10, obviously. I mean, sorry, he could just have Jack 10, obviously. It's unlikely he's got a king or anything like that. But multi-way, I don't think it's worth it. Ace 10 here, going to be raising to 12. Could make it 11, but I hate playing out of position with Ace 10. So I think making it 12 is okay. Especially in especially at 4NL 4NL 888. People the difference between 11 and 12 when you're trying to get value with Ace 10. Obviously, I'm trying to get value at that point. This is an interesting one. I don't mind just calling here. In position with Ace 9, I probably should be folding to a raise to 10. The fact that he's made it just 10 makes me think I can probably profitably continue here. But I'm just going to throw away, actually. He's quite a tight player. We've got 500 hands on him. Under the gun raise. King, Queen suited. It's such a good hand. King, Queen suited, obviously folding here. I mean, his range is obviously crushing ours, even from we're under the gun range, so you probably just have to fold there. And maybe that's way too nitty. Maybe I should be 3-betting that. I mean, I don't know. Really, maybe I should be 3-betting that. But hopefully someone in the comments will tell me. This is definitely such a juicy squeeze opportunity to make it less like, what, like 46? 46 seems fine. You know, we're very likely to be ahead. I mean, I know this guy's got very tight across 180, 170 hands. He's got VPIP 13, PFR 8, which suggests he's very nitty, but even then, I mean, he's stealing 25% of the time, so we do take it down. It just seems better to do that than to try and take a flop 3 ways, you know, out of position to the button, to the nitty player. Definitely going to raise a suited queen. Jack 4, just going to fold, just going to give this guy a walk. And I'm going to actually get out of this table as well. Oh, we do pick up a very nice draw here. The flush draw. This guy's quite loose, definitely going to be raising the ace from down here. And we just take it down. Sometimes he's got an ace and we get into a somewhat precarious position, but not then. Somewhat precarious in that if he re-raises, we probably just get it in. When he raises to 10 and we've got ace 10 suited, it's raising from the hijack, so he's probably not raising that widely from the hijack, so maybe we just throw ace 10 away. Maybe we can probably call this profitably, just about. It's, again, it's one of those spots I'm not really sure about. Maybe it's just absolutely criminal to fold ace 10 suited here. I'm just going to call though, because I definitely don't want to re-raise. We're in position. I just don't see much point in re-raising, really. I mean, he's obviously only continuing with hands that are better than ours. And this is why I don't like playing ace 10, really. I mean, we have got 2 overcards, and you bet 16 into 45. We can probably float the flop. But we're not ahead of much. Would he fire with, like, 8s here? Yeah, I'm sure he would. He's got a gut shot, and he's got a second pair. Tens, jacks, all in his range. We haven't really got anything going on other than overcards, so I'm just going to fold, because on any turn other than an ace and a 10, what we're doing, we're just folding to another barrel. Ace 2 unsuited, definitely just folding there. We're just folding to another barrel unless we hit an ace and a 10, and we're not getting the odds just to hit an ace or a 10. So on that basis, I think I just fold. Which makes me think I should fold pre, perhaps. Actually, no, I don't think we can fold pre with ace 10 suited. We could flop, you know, Broadway draws. We could flop flush draws. And obviously, we could flop an ace and a 10. Now, this would have been a flop that we would have been interested to see, and obviously we're re-raising here. We don't want to play out of position with nines here. I mean, we're just going to fold king high here. Ooh, interesting flop as we pick up kings. Interesting flop here. Dangerous flop. He called. I mean, it certainly hits his range. When he checks back, though, do I bet for protection? I don't think he's ever checking back a jack or a 10. So I think we've probably got the best hand, which makes me think that we should probably be protecting. But I mean, what does he have? Just a random low ace? When the board pairs on the turn, do we fire here? Probably shouldn't have fired there. That's probably a big mistake. Hopefully he checks back here. Could he be betting with, like, you know, queen 10 or something? No, he does have a 10, okay. Yeah, I guess that does kind of make sense in not wanting to bet the flop. So we probably should have, on that wet board, we probably should have just checked. Probably should have just checked back turn. Oh, sorry, probably should have just checked to him on turn. Going to fold here, out position with queen deuce suit. Going to try and load up another table now. Jack 3, same situation as. I was just about to say maybe we should just call. I mean, we're getting 2 to win 10, and our odds of flopping well, like here, are very high, but we're not suited. This guy's VPIP is very high so far. Suited jack, I don't mind opening here, taking a flop in position. That's fine. If we get one or even two callers, I'm not particularly worried. We do get one caller. Wow, what a flop. We're running well so far in the session. Jack 5, not going to raise it. Definitely going to, on a dry board, I think C betting is okay. Going to bet 22 here. Not too big, but not too small. See what he wants to do, and we're going to load up another table while we are at it. Doesn't seem like a great table. Seems like a pretty good table. Okay, he called, and we hit 6. Just going to, I'll get a table in a second. Just going to keep going for value here. I think betting 50 is fine. He often has clubs, I guess, or he often has draws. None of his draws have hit on the turn, so I think it's fine just to barrel again. 8-7's unsuited, not good enough, and he does give it up on the turn. Maybe we should have fired smaller there, but I think it's fine if he's got like clubs or something. I think that's fine. Oops, go away, focus tracker. Let's try and get another table up. That seems like a decent table with 18% seeing a flop. Yeah, we'll load up this one. Oh, no, just got full. Okay. Don't want to load up that one particularly. Seems reasonably nitty. Ace-8 on the cutoff. Offsuit though. Sorry, on the hijack. Right, hijack, I think I'm quite short stacked, quite wide ranges. I don't want to take a flop out of position. I just think these guys will float quite often with that, you know, this guy's got 30 VPIP, this guy's got 26 VPIP, so I think we're often not going to see a flop in position there, which is something that's quite important. Ooh, oh, Kings, Queens, wow. All in pre-flop, I guess. Yeah, it was. I think. Jack 9 just going to fold, 10-6, obviously folding, fold, fold, fold. Man, this is annoying. Do I just want to just get on the waiting list of a game? That looks quite a good game though. Although 18% seeing a flop, that's not particularly enticing. 21% seeing a flop here with some very short stacks. that looks like quite a fishy game, so I'm going to get in on that. I'm just going to sit in the waiting list until a game comes up. I'm not going to be raising 10 king here. This guy's literally, I mean, what's going on with these short stacks? Oh, it's fine, you know. Short stack usually means fish, so that's fine by me. I don't know how long I've been recording for, so I only want to make this video like half an hour long. I might just randomly crop myself out at some point. I probably should have. Actually, I can check, can't I? Whoops. I can check on Poker Tracker when my first hand of the session came through. Most recent hands. My first was, whoops. My first was at about 9. Oh my god. My first was at about 9:37. So I'll stop it about 7 past. Jack 2's a fold, King 4's a fold. Whoops. It's annoying, I want to get on this game. I want to have a 4th table up. So if a good table does come up, a table that I'm willing to sit down at, 14% seeing a flop, I'm not willing to sit there. I try and exercise good table selection because I think it's important. Very important. 22% seeing a flop with an average stack of 69. That's, oh my god, it's full. Wow. Jack 4 obviously folding. So this video is turning into a table selection video. That's a shame. But, you know, still got 3 tables, plenty of action. Well, I say plenty. Plenty for me. I'm sure like 90%. Oh, there's a guy that I've tagged fish in this game. So, God, all the games are full. Wow. Wait, what? So that raised to 5 cent. It is as well. That is just weird. 5-7 versus Queen 3. Wow. Well, I knew that was going to happen. We kiss goodbye to 3 big blinds from the Indian all-in. Bizarre hands. Bizarre. 8-8-8 poker for you, I guess. Just going to check. This guy's opening 25%. I don't really want to see a flop out of position, but I don't think King 9 is good enough to raise because he's never folding and he's always calling, and then that means we're always seeing a flop out of position. Oh, interesting flop. Given his PFR of 7 and his VPIP 25, I don't particularly put it out of the realms of possibility that this hits his range quite well. So I'm just going to fold. I think, oh shit. Shit. Did not mean to click call. That's irritating. Fuck. Just going to fold now. Oh my god, that's so annoying. I meant to click fold. Oh, fuck. Queen 10 against the guy that opens 15. We just saw him fold when we did exactly the same thing the last orbit. That pissed me off there. What did he fire on the flop? I can't even remember. But that is annoying. What did he fire on the flop that I called? 7 cent. Wow. 7 cent misclick. That is irritating. And this demonstrates the power of suited cards. If we had spades, we'd be super happy. But we don't, so we're not super happy. This is a semi-wet board, like not really like super wet. We feel okay firing against an absolute nit if we make it 24. This guy, you know, his VPIPs. Wow, okay, we think he's probably got a hand here. So we're just going to check back. Maybe we should fire again, but I don't think he's floating with many draws here, but just because of how nitty he is. So I think he's got an actual hand, so I think we're fine to check back there. 8-10 suited. I'm just going to call. I don't really want... Actually... no, I'm not sure. When he checks... Oh, do we... Oops. Does he ever... I'm just going to fold 8-10. Actually, I'm just going to call 8-10. Just going to check back. Ace-King. Okay, he was never folding on the end. That's an interesting hand to note about Villain there. That was super nitty play with Ace-King. I'm surprised. But I think he got as much money as he could out of me, that C-bet on the flop. And this is why I guess I didn't want to raise, but I guess this is why I should have folded. Do I want to take 16 to win? Happy to re-raise against these guys. Do I want to take 16 to win? I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it with 8-10 suited. I mean, 7, 8, 9, 10. But then when this happens, you know, we're not really getting great odds considering that he's probably firing every street. Not going to call 68 to win this because we're dominated, almost certainly. Absolute best, we're not even flipping. We're like, what, 65-35 if he's got like kings or something, I don't know. Definitely raising an ace from the cutoff here, folding queen 3 offsuit. Oh my god, this is the kind of hand I hate because I feel like, I mean we can't call obviously, but sometimes when they do stuff like this they just have like absolutely nothing, they just have like a random 2 cards. You know, I've called off that kind of thing before, and literally he's turned over like queen 6, like they turned over something just completely random. So I always, when someone just donk shoves pre, especially a guy that's sitting on like whatever, like 25 big blinds, it just makes me think like, oh, there's a real possibility he has absolutely nothing. Oh, seats available. Okay, that's nice. And we're surrounded by a couple of short stacks, which is nice as well, because that usually means they're the fishier players, which is good. That's what we want. We want those fishier players. So now we've got 4 tables, and that's quite nice. I'm going to be stopping the video in about 5 minutes. I had a few interesting hands. I'm fishy and don't really know what to do, so could even just for myself, it's very good for me just to review that. Why is this table suddenly got big cards? Have I like maximised the table slightly too much or something? Because that's a bit weird. I don't really like it. Post big blind. Why wouldn't I want to post the big blind? It's a bit weird. Just going to minimise this table slightly. Yeah, it was that I'd accidentally maximised it slightly too much. Deuce 9. Wait for the big blind. Just check. 5, 6. 7, 8, 9. Backdoor flush draw against a guy that's so short. He's never playing his draws. Our implied odds to hit our straight are not good enough for me to fire. If he was like 100 bigs deep, maybe I'd fire. Maybe. When he gets 4, it's like... There's quite a lot of good turns for us, really. 4 to win 14. I'm not... Well, there's quite a lot of good turns for us, but I'm not sure if we're getting the odds. I mean, the odds are very good. It's not a great flop for us. We've still just got the gut shot, and the backdoor flush draw is gone now, obviously. When he checks back, I mean, what's it? How many hands do we have in him? 29, so not enough really to see. I mean, his riven aggression factor is infinite. So when he checks back turn, what's his turn aggression factor? 1.0. Do we ever get paid off by bluffing here? Yeah, I'm going to give it a go. Maybe this is a mistake against a guy with 55 VPIP. Oh, it worked. Okay. I mean, he can't have much, particularly when he checks back turn. The king doesn't give any draws. Oh, this is interesting. I'm just going to check call because I don't want to be raised if he's got like ace 10 or something. Just going to give him a walk there. Wow, we hit the flush. So of course we need to be value betting here. Going to make it 7 here. Hopefully he's got a low flush and we're just printing money. So I'm going to value bet large here. I'm actually going to bet pot. Actually, no, I'm not going to bet pot because that just makes it super obvious what we've got. I'm going to bet 20, hopefully get called off with a worse flush. And we do, we get called off with a 9 flush. So probably could have overbet and got paid off there. A nice discipline from this guy not to raise, but I guess it's quite likely that reasonably likely that we've got a better hand. Ace 8 out of position, but when it gets raised back under the gun and then called off under the position. Backdoor nut flush and middle pair. I am going to bet here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm just going to check call. I think these guys' ranges obviously aren't hit nearly as well as ours are. We are on the flop, and now we've got a 1 card flush draw, middle pair. Someone's probably hit a king, but we need to start scaling the pot here. So I'm going to bet 10. Scaling the pot in case a heart does roll off, and of course we get fold equity as well. Wow, they both fold. That's not something you see every day at 888. A 3-way pot where 2 people fold. I guess it was, what was it, 3 to a flush, but still. 8 deuce, obviously not raising. Out of position, I'm going to make it I'm just going to make it 12 ace queen. Definitely calling here, even out of position, definitely calling 9 king here. We hit ace queen. This hits our range. This hardly ever hits his range. I don't think we're ever getting value here if we get out. I think he's just folding all the time because it's such a dry flop. So I'm going to let him hopefully do the betting. So 8, 9, 10, nothing. And he does check back. I'm going to bet very small, make it look like I'm trying to represent an ace. I think he... you know, it was so clear that he had nothing because that never hits his range. When he bets 12 four-way, he obviously has something, even if it is just a draw. And we're not beating draws, so just fold. Jack 4 is obviously a fold from the cutoff, offsuit, and I'm going to be stopping the video in like maybe a couple of minutes or something, because I don't want the videos being longer than half an hour really. Deuce 5, offsuit, not going to call. Maybe I'm probably making a mistake, but I think the chance alone that this guy squeezes is slightly too high. Big pot here. Looked like someone did have the flush. I'm sorry, the straight. I'm in no doubt that someone has the straight. Ooh, set. That's unlucky for the guy of 9s. I had to double take there with the 5s. I thought he's not. Is it set versus set, or has he hit the flush? But he had hit the flush. Suited 10-6. This guy's quite loose. This guy's quite loose. So I'm just going to fold against loose players. But there's a lot of limping here. The number of limps is very surprising. So maybe we're making a mistake. Maybe we should be raising to 12 there in that spot. I don't like limping because then if I limp and this guy limps, this guy of 26 VPIP and, well, his 3-bet's only 2 and his PFR is only 6. I still think that he'd probably... I mean, it takes a tough man. Oh, we had the flush here. It takes a tough man not to squeeze there against 2 limpers when you're going to be taking a flop in the middle position. King 3 just folding here, obviously under the gun. And we have actually no full tables. Jack 10 obviously folding. 2 empty seats here, 2 empty seats here, 2 empty seats here, 1 empty seat and a guy sitting out here. And a guy sitting out here. So basically we're playing 6 max down here. Which is often the way with full ring AA8 at the micro limits. You're often, even when you're sitting on a full ring table, you're often just, you know, playing 6, 7-handed. Which isn't usually a good sign because it means that your game's probably quite tough, because if it was really loose then people would obviously be sweeping in and filling the seats. Out of position with a suited king. I am going to raise here just because I don't really want to be taking a flop out of position. I'm going to make it slightly larger because we will be taking a flop out of position. He snaps and that's worth considering. I think if we check to this guy, I think he's very likely to fire. So I think we just check back there and we hit 2 pair. Maybe we should have just c-bet there, but it's quite a dry board unless it's got like obviously 10. We're probably not getting too much value. Here I think obviously we have to bet out. He may well just fold, but you know, oh, he calls. And it completes the flush on the end, but it's too likely he just has a 10 or a king that hasn't got 2 pair. So I'm going to bet 42 here. Hopefully he pays us off with a worse hand, and he does. 6s. Wow, pair of 6s. That is incredibly speculative. Incredibly speculative. But I guess we have to kind of suspect it with the guy that's got a VPIP of 16. Sorry, a VPIP of 65. Probably worth taking a note there. I'm going to re-raise this guy. You might be getting a bit annoyed, but maybe I should just set mine out of position. No, I don't want to just set mine. 7s can do more than set mining in this spot. I think this guy will be weary to take a... Oh my god. He just shoves. I mean, we can't call, obviously. We have to... Oh wow, this guy's just been fed up of getting thrown around, I guess. Can we call here? No, surely not. No, it would be a fishy thing to... Oh, it's so close, so close. It's another difficult spot. Another difficult spot with a guy that's... I mean, we're at best flipping, surely. and at worst we are just dominated, so I think we just fold. But it's worth noting, obviously this guy's been a little bit tilted by sort of getting valued on 2 streets in the previous hand. Can we bluff here? It's not very unlikely he has an ace. We're sometimes best. I am going to bluff here because maybe I shouldn't have bluffed. If I'd known he was so sure, he's probably just going to call me off here. Not going to call that, I don't think. I'm going to call here because this guy is blowing off stacks, so if we flop reasonably well. 9 to win 34 with king high. I don't think we can do that, unfortunately. I mean, it's very good odds, but I mean he's never doing that. We're never best, are we? We're never best. Deuce 4, obviously just check folding here. I am going to charge people, kind of protect my hand. It's likely we've got the best hand here. Holy shit, I did not mean to do that. Oh my god, thank fuck. Wow, I'm such a fish. Such a fucking fish. This hand down here, I just called because, you know, this guy under the gun, even a limp under the gun, you know, I don't really want to get too mixed up there. Perhaps we'll just get super lucky and have the best hand. Nope, 7s. You'll notice that I'm rarely bluffing, and the reason I'm rarely bluffing is because it's micro stakes, 6 and L, 4 and L. Do 6, this is a weird kind of flop. I don't really like donking out here because it just literally just indicates that we have a super good hand. Just going to check this one around. But I don't mind just calling here and leading out. I actually think I prefer raising here rather than calling and then leading out turn. I think that looks slightly stronger. Now we don't have 2 pair anymore. Can't call here. Just going to check. The 9 was such a bad card for us. What do we do now? Just check, fold. Oh wow, we win here. 10 king. Interesting. What weird flop. Weird flop float here. Wow, this is a hand right here. This is a hand right here with ace 5 suited. Very interesting. How many posts were there? 2. I am going to raise here. I'm going to make it 22. When this guy raises from cut off, I'm not going to call ace 7 offsuit. 8-9 from the offsuit from the cut from this folding. Interesting hand. I think there was 2 posts, and we've seen this guy open under the gun quite a lot, and I'm going to sit out from all my tables now because I want to end the video soon. And it looks like this might go all the way around. This guy did post. Maybe he just re-raises me all in with a short stack, and maybe I just have to call him off. With ace 5 suited, that would probably be a terrible play. Yeah, probably be a terrible play. Interesting to see if he does decide to rip it. No, he folds, and we take down basically the blinds of every player there. So that was nice. 10-4. Folding 10-4 there. Ace 10 suited here. As this is the last orbit in all our tables, then we'll be stopping the video. After a reasonably successful session, I think, probably just about 1, or maybe probably just like a break-even session really. Going to be raising to 15. Probably should have made it more, probably should have made it 17. This guy's definitely calling. If he rips, then I fold, but I cry about it. 6, 7, 8, 9. This guy's obviously, I don't really want to bet. I don't think he's ever folding here. But I think he's always firing when we check to him, and then that puts us in an awkward spot. You know, I'm going to check to him, and if he fires like 18 or something, I'm just going to float here. Okay, we've hit our pair of 10s. If he's got a 7, he's got a flat. I'm just going to check call here. I know I could be giving him a free card. And when it doesn't complete any draws and the river bricks, I feel like I can get some value here. If we get re-raise, we're just going to fold. But he just folds himself. Maybe I should have fired turn there just to try and charge him with his draws. That was probably the right play to charge him for draws, because he often, if he's got like, I mean, if he's got a 7, he's just hit. But if he's got like a jack or something, like, we should be charging him here. If he's got a queen, we should be charging him to try and find his gut shot. Queens versus aces pre, aces double up. Oh no, aces bust, they don't double. They bust this guy. So we're going to be out on this table next. Queen 2, just going to fold. Whoops. And I think I've won money this session, but I have ran very well, very well. I've ran very well. I'm usually much more card dead than this. I think most players are usually much more card dead than this. And I'm away at this table, so I'll be exiting off here. Actually, no, I'll just leave it up because I'm probably going to continue playing after the session. But I don't want to make the video too long if I'm going to be posting it to Reddit and stuff. And even it just means that no one's ever going to watch it. And I'm out of this table too. So I've got these 2 tables left. Probably not much action, 2 more hands here. In fact, I'm just going to wrap it up here. So, I mean, if anyone's watching now, then Jesus Christ, props to you. You've either got an extremely boring life or you... Actually, no, I probably shouldn't say that. Thanks a lot. Hopefully make some more videos in the future. Oh, fold.